I want to do a video talking about third-party docks and the Nintendo Switch, because I now own two third-party docks after becoming a little more confident about purchasing them, and I do see a good reason to own them because there are quite a few really cool third-party docks that do more than sometimes just docking your Switch and all that. But obviously there is this fear, and I understand fully where it comes from, about bricking your Switch and all this stuff. So just kind of want to talk about some of the stuff I've seen when researching on the internet about things. So just about in the past 10 months, like the last time I heard someone bricking their Switch with a third-party dock was about probably 10 months ago previously. Since then, people have been purchased. There are more third-party docks now. People have been purchasing them, and while there are definitely people out there that for good reason are scared to purchase them, and I fully understand, continuing on with the first-party offerings, I have yet to see recently, within the past at least probably 8 months, I have yet to see any reports of anyone having issues with these third-party docks actually bricking their Switches. So, the thought is maybe that possibly these docks, maybe Nintendo has released an update, quietly, maybe because they don't want people to, maybe they're not so sure about the update they released, and they don't want too many people picking up these third-party docks, breaking their Switch, and then running to them, or whatever. But, so far this has been fine. I've been using it. I've been doing everything people tell me not to do to try to get my Switch to brick, and it just hasn't worked. The only thing I haven't done that people that have actually been told not to do, technically, but with other docks. But the only thing that I haven't tried is updating, because there hasn't been an update to update from. So they say don't. Some manufacturers tell you not to update while your Switch is on a third-party dock. So next time there's an update, even though this one specifically doesn't say that, this is the Insignia here. And this one's I think it's called the Rika or whatever the hell it's called. I have a packaging for it. That one's really cool because it lets you use DeX mode on your phone, and it does consolidate a lot of docks that you may need to do different things. So you can have a all-in-one kind of dock. So, and I use that for my projector. However, yeah, this is the one. See if we can get that to focus. And it's this. It was named with RREAKA 5-in-1 USB-C hub, has SD card support and all this other stuff. They have one that has 2 USBs or 3 USBs or something. But yeah, I mean, the dock that I have here is, other than this one, that's the Insignia dock from Best Buy. That one's just for the Nintendo Switch. But honestly, that one is better quality than the official Nintendo Switch dock. It's smaller, which technically doesn't really mean much, because once you put the Nintendo Switch on top of it, it really just takes up the same amount of space. And what else? I mean, it's just, the only thing is it only has one USB port. And so far, I haven't really been using the USB ports for quite some time anymore. I use Bluetooth controllers, and I don't really use the USB ports. So that's that. But I do really like the idea of these third-party docks. They're cheaper. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, like I said, they're cheaper. They, sometimes they're actually better quality. I even feel like this one feels like better quality. The only issue is that, with some of the ones you get on Amazon, like this one, they normally don't come with any adapters or anything. So you have to run out and buy one. So sometimes it ends up getting to be up to the cost of the official dock. So there has to be some other reason to purchase that dock, such as with this one, it works with DACs, it works as an OTG cable with SD card support and everything. You can use it, plug it into the switch, and plug in other peripherals to actually use, such as USB controllers or keyboards or whatever. So, you know, that's cool because, you know, if you don't plug power into it, you can actually use it that way. And like I said, I could use them for my phone and all that other stuff. So it's a very nice all-in-one solution that does what the official Nintendo Switch dock does not do. But the only thing is you have to purchase a power supply. I do make sure that I go with the official Nintendo power supply, just to be on the safe side, because I still have a little bit of an iffy thing with the power supplies. But you know, on the other hand, I could see how it could be a little nerve-wracking if you had the Switch and you're trying to play a game, instead in the back of your mind is, oh my God, am I going to brick my Switch? So this video isn't going to get into anything super technical that the majority of people aren't going to understand, because not only that, I for the most part sometimes don't understand it. And you know, I'm just going to point out the fact that I've looked through reviews, I've looked through Google, online, I've tried to find anything where people have used one of these and said, oh my God, my Switch is totally fucked. It is gone. I threw it in the garbage because I shouldn't have bought this dock knowing that it was going to brick it. And honestly, I found absolutely nothing, no matter how hard I've searched. I even tried, even though I can't really replace this, it would take me a little while to save up and replace my Nintendo Switch. And that's my only Switch. I've actually tried, I guess I'm just this confident about these things. I have tried to brick my Switch. I've heard what other people have said about, you know, somebody told me there was one specific way that you can brick your Switch. So, you know, they said, don't do that. So exactly that's what I wanted to do. I went ahead and I think what they said, turn the Switch off and then put it in the dock so that it boots up, and then it'll 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, it will brick your Switch. So I did that and it didn't brick my Switch. My Switch still works. I left the Switch in the dock overnight, on, you know, turned on in both these docks one night. And sometimes longer, and I've not bricked my Switch. I've not had any connection to, or any issues at all with these third-party docks. And for the most part, after all the research, that has basically made me feel more confident in purchasing these third-party docks and actually just shelving my official dock in favor of third-party docks. So I definitely will keep you posted on anything that happens here. I don't think anything's going to go wrong, but I fully understand if you're still on the fence there, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you, yeah, go out and buy it right now, because I will feel responsible if something does happen. I'm just pointing out what I've, you know, the shit that I've seen, such as, you know, there's just simple online searches. I've went through many different third-party docks on Amazon and looked at the one-star reviews to check to see if anybody complained about bricking, mostly, you know, in more recent times, but every single thing, with the exception of the ones we know have bricked Nintendo Switches, such as, well, you can't get on Amazon, you can't get the Nyko dock. You can on eBay, but don't do it. Don't do it. I would never tell you to do that. The other one's the Fastnail dock, which apparently was revised, but I don't know exactly about that one. It's also one of the ones that tells you to not update your Switch while it's docked. So anything, if you're not confident enough to tell me that your dock will always work no matter what, and you're not gonna, if you tell me to swipe my Switch off the dock, during an update, I'm not going to buy it. However, my recording stopped, but now it started again. So basically what I was saying with other than the known culprits, apparently the, what is that? The Fastnail and the Nyko dock, I have not seen one person complain about anything. So if you search Nintendo Switch dock and you look at the third-party offerings, normally you go through the one-star reviews, and most of the one-star reviews claim that the dock simply doesn't work, or, you know, it's like it's DOA, so the dock's no good, and they had to get a replacement, or they just gave up or something. But there's nothing like, oh my God, my Switch is fucked. This is bullshit. I shouldn't have listened to it, you know. So, like I said, this dock has been out for a very long time, specifically. And it has not had, I do not see anything about people complaining about bricking or anything like that. This is a little blurry. Let me stop that from being a little blurry. I said stop being blurry. There you go. Okay, sorry about the blur. But yeah, like I said, this has been out a very long time, and I have not heard one complaint claiming bricked Switch. I know Skull & Co. is coming out with their dock, and that one, they're saying 100% it's not going to brick. But I almost feel like it's practically just a non-issue from what I'm seeing. But, you know, it would really be nice if there was some kind of confirmation from Nintendo saying, hey, you know, we did fix this issue. Feel free to purchase any third-party docks or something like that. Any kind of confirmation so everybody doesn't have to guess. But outside of that, like I said, for me, I'm feeling fairly confident in these as long as I check on the reviews. But like I said, every single review, not one of them has claimed to cause any bricking. And, you know, most of the bad reviews are normally about, you know, the dock simply being defective itself. So that's that. And I will be doing kind of a first impressions. I don't feel like I had it long enough for a review, but I will be doing a first impressions of that. This dock, the Rika dock there. I do really like it. But that's about it. So thank you for watching.